What's up, everyone? All right, so here we are. It is my 13th consecutive green day, over $80,000 of profit in the last 13 days. The hot streak continues. Now, I missed a day yesterday, out sick, and I'm not sure I'm going to be here tomorrow. Not feeling 100%, but I came in today, traded for half an hour, made $2,600. So, as long as I'm not feeling really awful, I'm happy to trade. But, when you try to trade and you've got a fever and you're just not feeling good, that's not going to work. You need to come into this market peak performance. You need to be ready to really, bring it, because ultimately you're competing against some of the best traders in the world. You're competing against algorithmic, high frequency traders. So if you lose your edge because you're not feeling good, because you're angry, because you're frustrated, because you had a bad morning, that's a problem. So, as much as I want to say, look, how hard is it to sit here when you're feeling crappy? It's not as simple as that, because you need to be feeling 100% in order to be your best self as a trader. So, yesterday I did miss probably a couple opportunities, probably could have made at least $1,000. Today I decided to come down, traded here for the first half hour, made some money, gonna go back, get some rest. I'm okay with that, but really, no home runs. It's not like I missed a crazy move. We didn't have a stock go up 300% yesterday. We didn't have it today. So, it's still kind of grinding, smaller wins, but I can work with that. So at this point, I've got $20,000 to go to hit the 100K mark. I've got $27,000 to go to cross over the $1 million mark in my small account. And if I was going to do that by the end of February, well, I've only got 5 days left if I come in and trade tomorrow. So, $27,000 in 5 days, it's not unheard of for me, but to set that as the expectation is a little unrealistic. It's always better to set low expectations, like $2,500 a day, and then just to hit the ball out of the park versus be banking on hitting a home run, and then that kind of changes your whole mentality, because then when you don't hit it, you start to get frustrated, you start to try to hit them, you start to make mistakes. And today there were several trades where I had an opportunity to either take what I thought at first might be a home run, to just take the base hit, or to keep running. So just imagine, you swing, you hit the bat, you hit the ball, and you were thinking it was going to be a home run, but it just goes out into left field, whatever. You're running past first, you're going to second, you see the guy's got the ball on third, you got to change what you're going to do based on the new information. Sure, you hoped it would be a home run, you wanted the home run, and you can keep running to third, and guess what? You're going to get, tagged out, or you can stop at second and take the base hit. It's a double, whatever. And that's the thing that traders aren't always good at. Sometimes we get into a trade and we're like, well, I'm either selling for a home run or I'm stopping out. And that's kind of silly. It doesn't make sense to do that. So today I got a couple base hits. $1,400 on one trade, $1,400 on another, $370 loss. No big deal. Green day, and hopefully be back at it tomorrow. All right, so as usual, any questions, any comments, leave them below, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning if I'm feeling up for it, or if not, back on Monday. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap. Back at it today. Was out yesterday. Not feeling super great. I don't feel a lot better today, but I just figured, you know what? Let's just get down to the office. When I was working from home, it was so much easier just to kind of, walk from one side of the house to the other and start doing my trading. But since I've set up this office, it's just this whole kind of extra thing. I got to get in the car. I got to get dressed. I got to, all that stuff. So, and of course, for me to have my home trading station, there's a couple things that I need to bring home. I got multiple computers and monitors, and I just don't bring them home every day. So anyways, yesterday I just wasn't feeling it. Sounds like you guys I missed a little bit of action on KNDI, but other than that, not a lot. And then today, came back in, just trading here for the first, half hour really. Made $2,600, and I'm just going to be done for the day, go home and get some rest. So these are the three stocks that I traded today. BOXL was off the watch list, and I lost money. The other two were off the high-day momentum scanner, and those were good trades. So you'll notice that I don't have my Sterling platform up here. Remember, my Sterling platform was Centerpoint. Let me open that here real quick for you guys. So let me get logged in. Yeah, so what happened with my Centerpoint account, I accidentally got myself a margin call on it. One of the pros of Sterling, which is of Centerpoint, which is really nice, is that they have a number of different clearing firms that they offer. One of the cons is that they don't check your buying power before you send the trade. And so I took a trade using my buying power, only to find out after the fact that the clearing firm I was with didn't allow margin on that stock. And I didn't want to meet the margin call. So they're switching me to a different clearing firm that's, I guess, more lenient with margin calls in general, which will be good. And they're reaching out to Sterling to create the buying power restriction so that doesn't keep happening. Because that's, for me, when I'm trading, I just press shift one, shift one, shift one. I'm really not thinking about my buying power. I'm not thinking about the limitation there. And so as a result, it's super easy to exceed your buying power if you're the one that's supposed to be in charge of it. So anyway, so this account's been locked up for, well, basically this whole week. I can't remember if I had it open on Monday or Tuesday. But anyways, so just using my IRA account for right now, which is fine. I'm really content to do that anyways. And it'll pretty much mean that this month I am just awash on Centerpoint. I made some money, lost some money. I think my account is basically exactly where I started it. So it's not even going to really factor into my February profits. But get switched over, get back into it either next week or maybe really get back into it in a serious way next month. So trading in the IRA. Remember, guys, I started the year with $29,000 in this IRA. It's up to 250%. I'm going to be up at $110,000 or $9,000, $108,600 tomorrow. I am cruising in this account, which is really nice because all the gains are tax free. You pay tax on the initial contribution, and then all the growth is tax free. In contrast to a traditional IRA, you don't pay any tax on the initial contribution, but then the withdrawals are taxed. That's like it saves you when you put it in, but hurts you when you pull it back out. So the Roth IRA goes the other direction. There are income limits on it. I've got a video on YouTube where I talk about those income limits and how you get around it by using the backdoor conversion of traditional to Roth. But anyways, today, these are the three stocks I traded. So starting with the watch list here, BOXL. Actually, the watch list was kind of thin this morning. There really wasn't a lot that I was super excited about. KNDI was on watch for continuation. Ended up, I had an order ready to go at 70. The pre-market high was 64. I put the order at 70. It ends up breaking 60, which is kind of what I was watching, and then squeezing up to 895, doing a 1-minute micro pullback, and then going up to 921. So good job for those of you guys that hit this one. I was just a little conservative on it. I wasn't really sure, and I missed the move. But here's the thing. KNDI's got a 37 million share float. It's nearly $10. It's not really my wheelhouse for what I like to trade. So I don't super regret missing it, but I did miss it. So that was off the watch list. I didn't trade it. BOXL was off the watch list, and I lost $370 on it. I jumped into that one as a, BOXL jumped in at 37 and 40 for the break of the pre-market high. I got in a little late on it. The pre-market entry really was, the breakout was 34, 35. The 200 moving average was 35, but I was thinking if that level breaks, we've got room up to 4. It has a catalyst today. The float is pretty low, so I jumped in. It hits a high of 47. Tried to sell some at 45 when it couldn't break the $0.50. Didn't get filled. Sold the whole thing at 32. Lost $370. So went into the red. First trade of the day into the red. Not what I like, but it is what it is. And then at that point, I was watching high day momentum scanners. ZZAN was also on the watch list this morning. I didn't take a trade on it. Out of the gates, it ended up breaking out here over the pre-market high of 70 and squeezing up to 82, but then pulling right back down. So it didn't hold that level very well at all. So kind of a little bit of a bummer on that one. And that's kind of what we saw on the first trade on ADIL. It hits the scanner. I jumped in. I didn't jump in it initially. I was kind of like, I don't know, this thing is light volume, not into it. But it rips. It goes from 37, the first alert on our scanner, all the way up to a high of $4. I jumped in it at 74, 75, added at 92, sold at 99, 99, and sold some more as it came back down. So we had this little 1 minute scalp here, made some money on it, came back up here to 4. Again, a little scalp opportunity. So I took a trade right in this area, another trade right in here, and then I missed this awesome move right here, but I got in right here on this pullback. I bought it at 33. This was like a picture perfect 1 minute micro pullback entry. In at 33, you'll see my buy order. Where is it? Let's see. There it is. So I'm in at 33 right here in 33. First 1 minute candle to make a new high. Jump in, boom, it pops up to 58. So really nice breakout there. It does a little 1 minute pullback and then goes higher. So, I didn't do as well on it as I could have, but made some money and I'm happy with that. And then the other one that I traded was FUV. This one hit the scanners right here. You can see. This one was called out in the room, watch first daily candle to make a new high. I pulled it up and immediately was like, yep, this is a setup that I really like. And I stepped up to the plate. I took 15,000 shares of this because first daily candle to make a new high typically is a really strong setup. You can look back at so many examples of this. I'm trying to think of one recently. But I've got this stock in like on the tip of my tongue. Let me find my Excel sheet. I don't know why I'm not thinking of the name of the symbol. Let's see. SXTC. Let's look. Shout out a couple of the names of ones that have done first 1 minute candle to make a new high recently. SXTC did a small one here. TMSR did a pretty good one here. This one was pretty good. Neither of these were the one I was thinking of though. What was it? It's like, I think it was Works. No. Well, yeah, this did do first daily candle to make a new high, but that wasn't the one. Now I'm a little annoyed that I can't think of which one it was, but AVCO? So this is what happens. You miss one day and you lose everything. Yeah, AVCO, this was a really good one actually. So anyways, that's the setup. So FUV, I saw it and I was like, yep, jumping in, getting aggressive. Target 540. It breaks 540, 634 is the next target. I saw that there was a headline here. I guess this was yesterday. So, I stepped up to the plate. It hit a high of 515. I took some profit at 510, 505. I was ready to add for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high, and then it didn't break, and then so I stopped out of the rest of the position. So I got in with 15,000 shares. I sold 14,000 right here because I was expecting it would take off right away. I was thinking it was going to go straight to 525, 550, and the fact that it broke 5 but only broke by 15 cents to me was a red flag. I was like, uh-oh, this isn't good. I've got a big position. I need to unwind it. Started selling half on the ask, half on the bid, holding for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. At that point thinking, well, I can add back 6,000 shares, go back up to 9,000 or 10,000, and still have a good trade. It's not going to be a home run anymore, though. And then the first 1 minute candle to make a new high ended up dropping, where it was supposed to go higher, it ended up dropping, which was right here. So kind of disappointing that didn't end up being a home run trade. But I think at that time, the focus was probably on KNDI. A lot of traders were watching this as it was moving higher, and then ADIL. So sometimes when you've got other stocks that are strong, it sort of dilutes the trading, kind of feeding frenzy that we have. And that's ultimately what the market is. It's group mentality. If traders are really biased strong, long bias on one stock, everyone's kind of focused on it. And when everyone's spread across a number of different stocks, you just often see sort of lackluster action across the board. So anyways, 1,500 on FUV, which is only 10 cents on 15,000 shares. ADIL, $1,400, and then lost 370 on BOXL. So kind of stepped up to the plate on FUV, hoping for a really nice breakout. Didn't really get it, but that's okay. I think I traded the right way. And one of the things, some traders take this approach of, when they take a big position, they don't sell any of it. They either hit their profit target or they hit their max loss. And I don't do that. I take the approach of, while the trade is happening, I'm reevaluating the new information that I have as information becomes available, and I'll change my approach from being very, very long bias and thinking this has home run potential to, you know what, this one's not looking like it has home run potential anymore. I need to shift my focus from trying to hit a home run to just getting a base hit. This is before commissions. My commissions are always calculated at the end of the day because this is a direct access platform. So the ECN fees, the ECN rebates, it all gets done at the end of the day. So this is my gross, and then my net will probably be about $200 less than that. So anyways, at the end of each month, all my profits are net, because by the end of the month, I know what my commissions are. So as of right now, I'm going to be sitting up about $81,000 on the month in net profit after commissions. And I'm going to be sitting with about $27,000 between me and the $1 million level, which is pretty exciting. So, getting closer and closer to that level. Obviously, I was hoping to have a 100K month here in February, and being sick has not helped me, but it's okay. It's at the end of the day, these goals are somewhat arbitrary. So, if I only hit 85,000 or 90, really isn't a big deal. It's still going to be a great month. Right now, it's my 13th consecutive green day. I'm on a hot streak, and I want to keep it going. Tomorrow, and I'll see how I feel. I'm not definitely going to be in tomorrow. I'll really just see how I feel. Fridays aren't usually my best day anyways, so I'm not going to have too much FOMO about missing a Friday if I'm not feeling up for it. But, the other day I was sitting here trading like an idiot because I felt so sick and I was over trading and I was being super aggressive, and that wasn't good. So I think that was on Tuesday actually, but or was it? I guess it was Tuesday. So. Anyways, that's it for me. 10:30, gonna finish up here, $2,600. Go get some rest, and I'll see you guys either tomorrow morning or I'll see you on Monday. All right, take it easy, everyone. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.